Okay, sorry about the delay there. Not well, if you're watching on YouTube, well, you don't see the delay. Uh, but if you're watching on Twitch right now, yeah, this is starting a little bit late because I had issues with capturing this particular game. It's on there now. Hopefully, you can see that. Yeah. Ads. Anyways, let me just make sure I can see things. I can see things. Yeah. After the wonderful times of Final Fantasy 13 2, I decided we're going to go a little bit more light-hearted on a game. So yeah, this is World of Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 13 is very serious. This, not so much. You'll see very quickly. But that's about where the comparisons of the two games are going to happen. This is a whole different game. This is a whole different experience. And we're going for the platinum. There are no additional additional challenges that I'm putting onto it because most of what I want is in the achievements themselves. If I do think up something, I'll add it. But honestly, most of this is just doing what I can, just playing the game, doing what I normally do. Playing the game as if it's for the first time, enjoying my experience, playing for fun. So let's get started, shall we?
World of Final Fantasy.
Let's see what we've got. Let's just make sure my configurations are good. Message speed we do want up to 4. Character names on, minimap on, battle speed needs to go to 5 because it's actually quite slow. We'll keep with the basic at the moment. Weight is on. Default battle film aim can stay on. I'll adjust the voice and sound effects settings a little bit later once we're into the game. Fast forward is going to be hold for the moment. And quality of life things, these are all staying off all the time. Okay. I'm muted? I don't think I am. Yeah, Twitch sometimes does this. When you load up a stream, it doesn't give you. It looks like it looks like it's got sound on because it's the sound says, but you can mute it and unmute it, and it'll still be muted. And you just have to refresh the stream. That's simple. How to fix that? It's a pain. I've had to do it about 4 different times for 4 different streams. Names I've just had a quick look at earlier. It's like, why? Anyways, Let's get started, shall we? World of Final Fantasy. This is the expanded edition and the Maxima edition. There's going to be additional things in there, but nothing too special that we're really looking into. A little bit more of a light-hearted playthrough other than the seriousness of Final Fantasy 13 into. It'll be very apparent very quickly.
Awake at last.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Time to wake up.
What a nap. Oh, right. I gotta get to work. Oh, am I gonna make it? The boss hates when I'm late. Then again, it's not like business has picked up any. The streets sure are quiet today. Hey, I'm here. Huh? How'd she get in if no one's here yet? Good morning. I'm real sorry. I hope you haven't been waiting long.
Huh?
Right. She needs some water.
Oh, no thanks. A pint. I mean, a cup of coffee, please. Oh, and bring the whole jar of sugar. I'm gonna need it.
Right. That's 1 cup of joe. And I'll get you one of the big jars. Has nobody made the coffee yet? Come on, get it together, guys. I'm sorry, miss. This might take a while.
Hey, no hurry. Time's not an issue.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Sure.
There you are! Lon!
Keep it down, Rain. How about acting your age, huh?
Hey, don't talk down to me. Listen, last time I checked, little bro, I've been around a few minutes longer than you.
Okay. I get it already. Very sorry. So, what's up? I'm all ears.
Well, you don't have to get all sarcastic. You really are all ears.
What?
Forget it. So, Lon, have you seen anybody this morning?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm looking right at you, aren't I? And there's that customer.
What? Oh, hello.
You didn't even see her? Dude.
Yeah, but... look, come with me right now.
Easy! Ow, 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 ow.
There's nobody here.
So it's a quiet morning. Maybe they just...
I mean no one.
Huh?
Lon, have you bumped into anyone today besides her?
Now that you mention it, I guess not.
And this isn't setting off any alarms?
Well, should it?
You two really don't remember a thing. Huh? What was that? Who are you? If you're from around town, then I don't know you.
Rain, manners.
You two really don't remember a thing. Would you please just answer my question? You can call me Anna Crow. Anna Crow will work. Okay, well, we woke up to a ghost town this morning. Maybe you know why? Yes, you're quite alone. But you always have been. Huh? This world, it's always been the two of you. A world without time. One that ended when it began.
What? That's the weirdest thing I've heard.
But don't worry. Just because the world ended doesn't mean that it's going anywhere. You know, I have been checking up on you two. Until now, you were nothing but blank stares. So imagine my surprise when Lon took my order. What a morning. Okay. Now you're kind of scaring me. So, now that you're awake, we've got a story to tell. Which brings us to... Tama, right here!
Who the hog put this thing on my head?
Yeah, I did try to mention it before. You take it from here. I'll go on ahead and link up a path. You the got it! Huh? Hey, you can't just leave. Salutations! The name is Tama, and I'm here to help out. Does anyone have any questions?
Wait, I've got tons of questions. Why were you sitting on my head? And how the hog can a fox even talk?
That's seriously the first thing on your mind? Now I see why Anna Crow is just about ready to throw in the towel.
We're not allowed to be confused.
Hey, whoa, take it easy there, Lon.
I thought you were upset
Let's
too.
start the over. I'll make us some of the coffee. Oh, yes, please.
But I already made some coffee before you got here. How can you just roll with this, Rain?
Chill the out. You live the much longer. Yeah, Lon. You shouldn't start out your morning with so much stress. Oh, would you like some sugar? 3 cubes for you, right, Lon?
Huh?
I'm good with just one.
No.
Okay, I'll go and put the coffee on.
But I just said I... You know what? Just give me my dang cup of coffee.
That's a mood, isn't it?
Mirage Keepers? Me and Rain?
That's correct. The marks on your arms are proof. You were born to work the miracles. Miracles? Our arms can do that?
Dude.
How could you forget? You used to command a whole legion of them. You were masters of them, powerful living illusions known as mirages. In the fact, even the Pleiad answered to you, and those are the 7 strongest mirages of all. With their power, you could have ruled over all the world. Oh. So, we could have ruled the world? Because, what, we controlled these mirages? Well, that's what I've heard.
From who?
What do you mean? In a crow that told me, of course. But enough the reminiscing. I've got to teach you two to use mirages again.
What? How's that?
First off, I'm going to present you with my very own prismarium.
So what does it do?
With this prismarium, the mirage inside becomes yours. And you can make it do the anything and the everything you command. So let's try it right now in glorious combat.
Wait, what? Huh?
Okay, go ahead and throw some attacks out there. To take action, you need to spend something called action points, also known as AP. You automatically gain a little bit of AP each the time your turn comes around in battle. The amount of AP you need depends on what you're trying to do, so make sure you use them wisely.
So, welcome to combat. Lan, Rain, Enecro, and Tama. We'll be seeing a few more characters as we go through the game. Some familiar faces, some not so familiar faces. But yeah, Tama being on Lan's head and Lan not noticing. Lan is a little bit slow on the uptake. This is a tutorial, yes. It's battle time. Characters take turn based on agility. The faster you are, the quicker you are. There's a long bar on the left hand side. Our team's faces will be on the right side of it, the enemies will be on the left. When we get to the top of the bar, we can perform an action. We'll be able to assign shortcuts to abilities. I'll be sort of doing that later, but not right now. I don't have enough that it really matters. Plus I am on the wait, so being able to just select my my moves is a good thing at the moment. So let's go back to the basic. Classic is interesting, but the basic is what we really should be using to start off with. So abilities. Libra is 1, Foxfire is 2. We are going to start off with Libra, so we know what the Yuguru is all about. The Yuguru is basically another version of Tama. It's just the opposite version, I guess you could say. Doing Libra will allow you to see all of their information, hit points, the size, which we'll come into later, imprisonable or not. It'll give a little bit of a detail about how you can imprison it, but we'll get to that in a short while. Elemental resistances, there are 8 of them: fire, ice, lightning, wind, water, earth, light and dark. Generally these elemental resistances are duos: fire duos with ice, lightning with wind, water with earth, light and darkness. But there are a few different combinations that kind of get paired again as well. So don't think that's it's lightning and wind, lightning and water, wind and earth. But there are some other combinations that will happen through it. So don't think that's a absolute. Like some monsters pair fire and water. So yeah. Ailment resistances, there are a number of ailments. Poison, you take damage over time. Confusion, you don't know what their the thing, the character, the monster, whatever, will do a random action. Sleep, they're asleep. They do sleeping enemies do, or sleeping characters do, gain a little bit of health each turn. Blindness, you don't hit as much. Forgetfulness, you can't use skills. Berserk, you attack uncontrollably. Stop or slow, is it slow? Oh, your agility is slowed and you don't go as fast. And the last one I think is straight up death. And so yeah, you get hit by that, your character goes down. So at the moment we are just going to be attacking. We don't have much more. We've got attacks. We've got no abilities on Lan. We can escape if we wanted to. I don't think it would let us. We can defend and take less damage from attacks, and we can use items which we don't have at the moment.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Certain commands like magic and other abilities cost AB to use. Just attacking does not cost anything. But to maximise your damage output, you are going to want to use skills. At least to start off with. More powerful the command, the more AP it requires. Mirages have weaknesses that you can exploit for bonus damage and AP. Discovering them all will give you a huge advantage. Don't be afraid to try things out. And we're going to speed it along a little bit with the fast forward button. Abilities Foxfire, let's show that. There we go, that's a little bit of damage in there. Let's actually, yeah, because it's showing Xbox controls and I'm using a PlayStation controller, I'm going to need to make sure it's changing onto basic on the menu.
I knew that you had talent.
Battle modes: active, semi-active and wait. Inactive, the time will keep going no matter what. In wait mode, every time a character gets a turn, it will wait and you can just do your go at your own pace. Semi-active is a kind of mix. It will wait for a time, and if you do nothing for long enough, it will just continue on itself. The classic battle menu is likely where we're going to be going from this.
That was a good fight.
I need to be a bit careful when using the fast forward, because if you use fast forward in battle, if there's any talking that goes on in it, it will fast forward through that as well.
just know the Mirage could stand up to you.
Dude, seriously?
Dude, but seriously. It's hard to believe. I'm sure it is. As far as I can tell, you two have lost everything. All the memories and experience you've ever accumulated. Oh, but wait. Of course that would have happened when you and this world were spliced out. Huh? So not only did they lose the Mirages they had, they've been stripped of all their memories of the Mirages too? But I guess that explains why all their other memories seem to be largely unaffected. What? Listen, let me show you something. There, just beyond this light, lies another world called Grimoire. That is where you'll find all the mirages you've lost.
You mean they're all inside this gate?
You got it. Are you ready to conquer them again? So, if we do manage to find all the lost mirages, does that mean we'll be able to remember the things we forgot? Well, I don't know about that. After all, you lost your memories. It's not the same thing as forgetting them. Oh. But, even if you don't remember Grimoire, Grimoire still knows a lot about you. You're certain to find traces and records of your past.
Okay, so like...
You're saying whether we remember anything about ourselves or not, we can still find clues about our past and the things we've done?
Correct. And if you keep on gathering mirages, I think you might even meet your family in due time.
Our family?
Huh? Well, I guess it does make sense that we'd have parents.
Oh yes. So then, you going? You going? Will you journey to Grimoire?
Gateway to Adventure. We have started. We've started the game. I don't think we need to worry about not getting that achievement.
Chapter 1. Land of the Lilikin.
Yes, it is. Libra is a skill that usually gives you access to the data of an enemy, also known as
So,
scan.
This must be Grimoire. What?
What? You look like such a little dweeb.
Oh, I know! We look ridiculous!
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure that's how everybody in this world must look. Inna Crow just wanted to make sure you had a nice and a handy way of blending in. Wow, she can do stuff like that?
That is awesomely weird.
Well, this kind of works out. We won't have anybody gawking at our arms.
Way to find the silver lining.
Lilikins and giants. Grimoire, the smaller people are called Lilikin. Pretty much everyone we're going, or practically everyone we're going to see will be Lilikins. Taller people, giants, are much rarer. We won't be seeing too many. 7, I think, just off the top of my head. Grimoire is mostly for the Lilikin. The twins can freely switch between the forms, which we'll show in a moment. That it does have some major impacts for the combats, actually. And we do have a tip jar which will give us all of these items in a handy dandy menu.
I guess we should head straight down this path?
It's the only direction we can go. Think you can manage to not get lost? You know, just this once?
What? I'm not gonna get lost. Yet?
Alright, just about to start. I'm going to have a look at these options and just fix things up a little bit. And yeah, we'll be back after the break. Alright, ad break is over. Let's get back to this. So, at the moment we are in Lilykin form. We can switch between Lilykin and Giants whenever we want to. They have a very big impact on the way you set up for battle, actually. Because if we go into our menu here, there are something called stacks, which we're finding out in a moment. But there are little stacks and big stacks. We'll see a bit more about that in just a moment. But yes, they play a part in the battle. Items at the menu at the moment. We've got a Urugu prism. Can't use it at the moment. We'll get to that when we actually get to it. And a whole bunch of key item Colosseum tickets, which we also can't use at the moment. The tip jar just gives you tutorials on basically everything that you've learned so far. It'll get added to as Tama decides to give us the information. And our adventure log is basically just going to say what we've been doing. So let's run around a bit. We can also hop. Honestly, jumping in this game does nothing, so hopping is just for the heck of it.
Oh, hello. I spy another mirage.
That is the call to Choco Chick. What are you waiting for? Go on and imprison the it.
Okay.
Don't worry, that's the last time we're actually going to see that particular
so
interaction.
First, you're going to need this.
It looks sort of like a prismarium. What is it?
That's called a prism. Use it to make the Choco Chick's prismarium. Every time you find a new The Mirage you haven't seen before, it'll be recorded in Enna Crow's special Mirage manual.
Whoa! Does it even have pictures?
You the betcha. And then whenever you add a new Mirage to the manual, you receive one of its prisms. But only the first time, though, mind you. Okay, first, try the weakening the Choco Chick. Then they use your prism.
So, in Prism and Mirages, we need a empty prism. Gotta catch them all. Essentially, it's yes. You need an empty prism. You get a prism every time you encounter a new Mirage. So you don't need to worry about buying prisms. You get them automatically. You do need to buy some things for capturing stuff later, but that's a different. That's a different reason. We'll get to that. But any normal enemy and any enemy that we're going to be finding for the moment, we're going to get an empty prism the first time we get it. It's named for that particular enemy, so you can't use it on anything else. Why doesn't Enna Crow just fork them over now? Because yeah, she doesn't do bulk orders. All we need to do is just find the Mirage though, and once we've done that, we can try to capture them. Capturing them though is kind of like a bit of luck and a little bit of patience. So yeah, if we use the if we use the Libra skill, it will allow us to check these things, check how to actually capture it. Positive and negative statuses, we had the negative ones. The positive, there's a couple of other ones. There's stun, which will just keep you stunned on the... I'm not too sure what stun does at the moment. I think it's just a time where you can't act and you don't gain any time on the ATB. Protect, you take less damage from physical attacks. Shell, you take less damage from magic attacks. Reflect, some attacks are reflected back on the attacker. Regen, you gain health over time. Haste, you are quicker on the ATB gauge. Bravery, you do more damage with your physical attacks. Faith, you do more damage with your magical attacks. KO, you are incapacitated, you can't act. Strength up and down, magic up and down, accuracy up and down, defense up and down, magic defense up and down, and evasion up and down. Essentially they just increase or decrease your stats based on which one you have.
This is it!
That lever was done automatically just so you could see it. And yeah, down the bottom, use physical attacks to create a prism trinity. Requires a Choco Chick prism. We've got one. We get one every time we meet up with a Mirage. The thing about it is you only get the one. They don't break when you try to capture something and fail. However, if we were to capture this one and encounter another Choco Chick down the line, we wouldn't have one. And so we can only really capture one. There are ways of getting a second or a third prism of that particular line, but for most cases anyway, you only want one or two. Usually just the one. So let's attack.
There! A prism tunity! Use the imprism command to claim that Mirage for your own. But one! The Select the Prism command! You might have to try different things before certain mirages will let down their guard and to give you a chance to imprison them. Think the outside of the box.
Yeah. Some you'll just have to hit, some you have to use a certain element, some you have to get alone in the battle, some you have to do certain status effects. There's a lot of ways which a mirage could be captured by. All we need to do is scan them, label them, and it'll tell us what we need to do. Prism opportunities do not last forever. If you wait long enough, the prism opportunity will end and you will have to do it again. Very important when you face some of the bigger and more tougher enemies to imprison. This should be an instant capture because it's the tutorial one. You will also notice that there is a symbol below the Choco Chick at the moment. That's the Prism opportunity. What we've got currently on below it is the most powerful Prism opportunity that you can get. Usually you don't get that. Usually you have to build up to that by doing the same thing over and over. Usually it's about 3 or 4 times that to get the maximum chance to capture, but maximum chance is still not a guaranteed outside of this. It's a very good chance, usually around 75% or better, but it's still not guaranteed.
Now that the Choco Chick is inside the Prismarium, it's yours to the keep!
Yeah!
And that's Mirage Keeper. And that's levels. And once you capture or befriend or a new Mirage, you get a little bit of information about it. Little chocobo that loves to waddle around. Those feathery friends love to headbutt things. That's fine, because a chocobo's eggshell never cracks twice. It gives you a little bit about its stats: strength, physical damage output, magical defense, how much damage they can take physically, magical defense, how much damage they can take magically, agility, how fast they go, and a weight is also... Weight's important for other things, but I can't remember exactly what. I know it's used for one thing, which we'll get to later, but I'm not sure what the weight is. I think it's got something to do with stability. Hit points, how many hit points it's got. AP, every creature, no matter what, has 4 AP. You can't get more than that. Its growth ratings, basically the more symbols it's got, the quicker that particular stat will rise. So the Choco Chick will rise very quickly in agility, while average in strength, magic defense, but very low in magical defense and hit points. It gives a little bit about its elemental resistance, so if it's got a minus by that, it will take less damage from that particular element. If it's got anything else, if it's got 0, it's neutral. If it's a positive number, it will take more damage from that. No, other way around. If it's got a negative, it'll take more damage from that. If it's got a positive, it'll take less damage. Same thing with the element resistances. And we can cycle the info. It gives us a little bit of information about the Prism Tunity. We don't need to worry about it, we've already got it. And where you can find it the most. Since we've got it now, we don't need to worry. Abilities. This is the abilities it will have. The Choco Chick itself, we don't have all of these particular abilities at the moment. We've got to learn them, and we'll get to that a little bit later along the line. There's 2 question marks there as well. Those are other things that we're going to see about later. Right now, it really doesn't matter. And we can name our Mirage if we wanted to. I'm just going to use the defaults because there's no real need to name them. It's just if you wanted to. If you want to have it a little bit more personalized. But there's a lot of Mirages that we're going to be imprisoming, and to be fair, I don't have that many names.
Cool! I can see the Choco Chick running around in the Prismarium.
Pretty the neat, huh? Next, why don't you have a go at stacking that Choco Chick on your head? Here, watch, I'll just show you.
Oh, now I get it. So when I saw you perched on Lon's head back in Ninewood Hills, that's what you call stacking.
Yep, that's the right. While I'm up to here, I get to take it nice and easy.
Is that stacking or slacking?
When you create a stack, the HP of everyone in the stack gets the added together. Like they say, strength in the numbers.
Oh, so it's like combining into a super robot.
Better than yet, your magic and other abilities have the potential to change too. It all depends on how your stack is configured.
Huh? Oh, I don't need any action figures when I get to blast out super attacks like a super robot.
Well, just be careful. Stacking doesn't make you invincible. Some of the enemy attacks have the power to unstack you.
In other words, bye-bye super robot, so to speak.
Yowzers. It does sound like bad news.
It's true that we are individually the weaker when we're unstacked, but look on the brighter side. Since we each get our own turn in battle, we can use the extra moves to have one member attack and another the heal. It can be very helpful. Depending on the situation, you might even decide to unstack yourselves by choice. Think carefully and choose the best setup for the job.
There are a lot of good reasons to stack. There are a lot of reasons to unstack. As Tama just said, you can each individual, when they're stacked, there's one single ATB. When they're unstacked, yeah, sure, they're a little bit slower because their agilities aren't combined, but there's 3 separate things on the ATB, and items are very, very powerful in this game. If you're one stack, you can only use one. If there's 3 of you, you can use 3, one after the other. So yeah, we're going to be making use of stacking mostly, but there will be times when I just unstack and use items. And there will be times when we're forcibly unstacked and we have to sort things out from there. There's a simple rule: smaller must go on top of bigger. You can't have the bigger Mirages go on top of the smaller ones. You don't really want to squish Tama. Small, medium and large. Larges go on the bottom, mediums go in the middle, smalls go on the top. Lan and Rain have are quite interchangeable. They are large while they're in giant form, and they are medium while they're in Lilykin. So they can be on pretty much either side, and since they're our characters, they are going to be in the party consistently until we complete the game.
By the way, you two can switch between giant size and Lilykin size. Depending on your size, you can make different stacks. You won't be allowed to put big things on top of the small things when creating a stack. So, to get on top of a mirage, you need to be in Lilican form. The best way to learn is to try it once you've rounded up a few more mirages. You'll pick it up in no time.
Can they both go after the same mirage? Yes, they can. There's no limit to what they're doing particularly. Lan can go up after everything that Rain can go after, and vice versa. Let's put the Choco Chick on Lan's head and Tama on Rain's head, and also the same for Big Rain and Lan. Overall, the stats aren't changing. No, don't change overall. Mostly because Rain and Lan have the same stats no matter what form they're in. It doesn't if they're in Lilikin form or Giant form, their stats are the same. It's just a matter of where they are in the stack. However, if we go to the larger stacks, stack abilities, channel element fire, and if we go to at least on the and channel element wind, on the when they're in the large stack, they have a stack ability. They don't have that in the Lilikin form because the stack ability is governed by the Mirage or Rain or Lan being in the large spot. Right, let's keep moving. So overall, I really should go, stay in Giant form at the moment because I get a stack ability.
Huh? A dead end?
But there's nowhere else to go. What are we gonna do?
Never the fear! Look closely. This may appear to be a wall, but it's actually a gimme golem.
Is this a mirage too?
Not in the traditional sense of the word, but you'll see these pests all over Grimoire. And unless you give them what they want, they'll give you a hard time and block the way.
So what is it they want?
It really depends on the gimme golem. So the first thing you'll have to do is examine it.
So let's talk to it.
Gimme!
It wants a luster leaf. We haven't even seen the chest yet.
So where do we find that?
That Choco Chick you just imprisoned ought to be able to track down what we need. But first things the first, you're going to have to unlock the right ability on the Choco Chick's the Mirage board.
Each Mirage has its own Mirage board. Every single Mirage has its own board. To say that we're going to be unlocking a lot of skills and using a lot of these is an understatement, because some of the Mirages, the best way to capture to get them is to build up their lower forms, like the Choco Chick can and raise up into other forms. There will be a lot of other ones later that we will be doing that for. We do need SP to do that, to raise them up. So let's have a look. And we're going to be getting the stroll ability here. If I press the right button. Mirage boards. Lan and Rain do not have Mirage boards. They don't get skills in the same way. Mirages are the things that you will be getting your skills from. And as we can see here, Tama has a whole bunch of things as well. Already got Foxfire, already got Libra. We can get an HP plus, Cure, Accuracy plus, Strength plus. There's the Straw ability for Tama, although not really that quick, because the number next to the box on the bottom left is how much SP is required to get that particular skill or that ability or that node. If we look up in the top right, we can see that we've got 4 SP. SP is gained by leveling up. That's it. That's as simple as it is. So to get to this Straw ability, we would have to get 3 for this, 4 for this, and 1 for this. Total of 8, which means we would have to level up a few times. We'll see a little bit more about this later, but essentially all I really try to do is just fill them up. That's it. There's no real need to worry about them. Just pick them up as you get the SP for. Some I will be going in a specific line to get at certain things, but for the most part it's just I learned something. Going into this one because it gives me the most options. I've got the strength, I've got the agility, I've got the cure. The Choco Chick, its first ability is Stroll, so really you don't need to worry, it's right there. It only costs a 1. And we might as well get Ram. Although we could wait a little bit to get to Cure, I'm going to get Ram. On each prism board, there are skills like this. A Choco Chick Prism. This is the way one of the ways you can get additional prisms for this particular line. So if we get that, we can create. We can capture a second Choco Chick if we wanted to. These things at the end here, these are transfigurations. These are our evolvements. This one is locked until we reach level 10 or higher. This one we need to obtain a certain mirage before we can change over to it. And if we look at our abilities now, you can see we've got Ram and we've got the Accuracy Plus there. Accuracy Plus is just a flat increase in the stat. It's a passive, just you get a little bit more accuracy. If you get a Strength Plus, you get a little bit more strength. Speed, defense, magic defense, all the same thing. There are versions which are plus plus and plus plus plus, which gives you increased versions. Also there is an HP plus one, but to remind it again, there is nothing that increases AP. Everyone and everything has 4 AP that you will capture. That never goes up. There are no items that increase it. There are no items that decrease it. 4 is there for a reason.
Hey, the Choco Chick's come along for a stroll.
Yeah, and we've got our Choco Chick running around with us. If we go over to the bush,
Huh? It found something.
there's our luster leaf.
Yay! You're the it! Now, try examining the Gimme Golem one more at a time.
So, given this Gimme Golem, we'll just make it wander away?
Gimme, gimme!
Sure. Let's have it walk off.
Whoa, it vanished.
That's so cool. I guess the Choco Chick found us just the item we needed.
Yep. With the help of a Mirage or the two, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. And Mirage boards are for much the more than unlocking abilities. You can also use them to change your Mirages into new and powerful forms. So be sure to keep on the leveling up and working on your Mirage boards. Pretty soon, you'll be bouncing and trouncing across Brimmore like a pair of the pros.
Yeah, that's going to be a while. Oh, chest. About time I got some potions.
So, Tama, I noticed Mirages disappear when we defeat them. Why is that?
Most of the Mirages you see in Grimoire don't actually technically belong in this world. And so, when one of you guys gives them the old KO, they can't maintain their presence here anymore. They fizzle that out and go back to their own worlds.
Huh. Wait. Now, that's weird. Who was it that told me all this before? Ugh. It's like right there on the tip of my tongue.
We should have random encounters now. They're very rare in this place, but random encounters should take place. And if we go to our map and show info, that's not the show info button, you'll see that we do have a second Mirage on this particular map. I do want it. I mean, we're going for every single Mirage because that's actually one of the achievements. Can we get the can we get random encounters yet, or is that the next our next time through here? Might be the next time through here actually. So let's just continue on. Since I hadn't had a fight in that particular amount of time, yeah. Also, yeah, that's staring at us quite menacingly, isn't it?
Now what's this?
This is called a Mercrift. Inside, you're likely to find Mirages that are, shall we say...
Mirages? Oh man, let's go catch them.
But...
This one's not very cute.
Mercrifts. Thanks, Lan. You've just got us into a very dangerous battle. These are usually very strong Mirages. And they're giving us this first one for a very good reason. Yeah.
Lon! Why did you... Now what do we do?
Run?
I tried to tell you. Inside Mercrifts, you're likely to find Mirages that are strong and dangerous.
You tried to tell us. Try a little harder, please.
To say we are going to not win this battle is a bit of an understatement. Anyway, stack abilities. They're a special ability that uses the entire stack, and yeah, they're not great hey, at least channel element wind isn't great. We're really not going to be relying on Lan and Rain being in giant form a whole lot. We're mostly going to have them in Lilykin form, and our base of the stack is going to be a different monster. Usually, there will be times when I have a stack with them on giant form, but we'll get to that. But this is a channel element wind.
Come on! You're mine!
Oh, 5. And yeah, we are going to leap with this thing.
Okay!
You're not giving us an HP bar. Also is unimprisonable. Takes a lot of damage from darkness attacks. But and you can't put any status elements on it. Yeah, good night. And might as well show Rain's version of her channel element skill.
See how you like this.
Here goes!
Oh, critical for 7. Great. Good night.
Ow.
Oh no. Did you two die already?
What? I died? But that's... no way!
Maybe it's true. That mirage in the Murkrift did kinda...
Well, I'm still alive.
Yes. That's because someone intervened, right at the moment of your demise, and made it so the battle never happened.
Wow, you can really do that?
Of course. Although Tama's the one who does it.
That's the right! I have the power to rewind time a little, and then to whisk you to safety. Although, it costs me a life to do it, so I hope you don't mind if I rest for a little the while afterwards.
A life?
You might not believe it, but I've actually got multiple lives. Back there, I had to sacrifice one of those lives to turn back time and to save you. You see, this girl with the ribbon that showed up in my dreams, she's the one who taught me how to do it.
That makes 0 sense and kind of freaks me out, but Tama, I'm impressed.
Thanks! Oh, but just so you know, I can only use my powers to protect the two of you specifically, and only if you lose a fight, like what happened to you in the Murkrift. Oh, yeah! And I can always recover my lives if you stay here and let me rest a spell. So, don't forget to give me a breather before I run out of second the chances.
Dude, you got it. Say no more. Rest yourself silly.
Yes, sir!
Thanks, Tama. We really owe you one. Especially Lon, who didn't have the good sense to listen before diving in.
So, defeat in this game isn't exactly defeat, although there is a caveat to that, and we'll get to those eventually. Normal fights though, Tama will, if we do happen to fall, we will be returned safely to Ninewood Hills. No penalty, just put to safety. She, as she says, she turns back time a little bit and makes it so the battle never happened. You sort of still need to walk your way there if you do, and back to the place, but essentially it's just a loss of time. Careful, if you're inside the threshold of a powerful mirage, here's the caveat, Tama won't be able to save us. It's game over. You'll see very clearly when we're inside of a threshold.
Hey, who's that?
Oh, if you mean our new guest, she claims to have gotten herself lost. Go say hello. She's quite the character.
Okay.
The real
Where'd she
question
go?
is how she got here from the outside world when it's no easy trick. She must have experience crossing between planes.
So let's go and find our mysterious traveler.
So, she's over at North Promenade.
Yep, she is over at North Promenade. She is...
Oh, wow. She's so tiny. Is she, what's the word again? Lilican?
She is very familiar.
Chocobocolina! Oh. Hello, and how are you?
Good. More or less.
You know, what a nice, quiet place.
Oh,
So who are the you?
Oh, you can call me Chocolate. I seem to have washed up here like a soggy yellow feather in a storm.
Huh?
I do have this funny knack for winding up in strange places.
Cool.
All right! Care to shop? I've got the goods. Chocoboco-ching!
So, Chocolate. Habit of picking up all sorts of strange items. Items that can be yours if you pay money. Yep, she's our shop. And, yep. She's going by a different name in this particular game. But you heard it immediately. Chocolina. But she's Chocolate in this, so it's Chocolate. We aren't really going to be buying too much because there's a whole load of things that we can't afford. We've got 107 gil. Money in this game is actually pretty scarce. So, yeah. We'll have a fair amount later, but for a while, yeah, we're going to be very, very skimping on items. So, potions heal a small amount of HP. Phoenix Downs revive KOs, revives KO'd allies and restores HP. Very, very important items. Phoenix Downs will be the saviour of a lot of fights later. Antidotes remove poison. Eye drops remove blindness. Remember herbs remove oblivion, which is the silence. Sorry, forgetfulness. Actually, forgetfulness, silence is kind of the same thing. Pick-me-ups remove sleep. Smelling salts, confusion. Wobble stoppers. Wobble stoppers will stabilize a stack that is wobbling. You don't instantly get dropped. Usually, you wobble before you drop, and a wobble stopper will stop that. Poison fangs inflict poison. Dream powders inflict sleep. Loco weeds for confusion. Flash bombs for blindness. War gongs for berserk. Leafian chimes for oblivion. We will need these items. They're really expensive at the moment because money, but we to capture some of the mirages, we'll need them because we won't have an ability that will cause that particular status effect at that time. And right now, I really don't have a lot.
Whoa, slow down! What kind of operation is this?
It's called a shop, dear. You're in luck. I find all kinds of stuff as I bounce from point A to point Q. I'm your Choco connection.
Yeah, she's our shop. I don't think this really is a
Are
surprise
you ready to head back to Grimoire?
for a lot of people. But yeah, that's just the first of our familiar faces that we're going to be seeing in this game.
Shoulder yourself, Seraphie! I didn't know it was you!
You had it coming. You know, when you awakened, you should have woke me up too. I don't remember raising you to be such a selfish self-poo.
Well, I don't remember you raising me at all!
Who's this?
Oh, hi. I'm just your adorable local wind pixie, aka Seraphie. My hobbies include gossip mongering and, let's see. Oh, I'm good at hoarding things. Yep,
Hoarding?
hoarding. Why do you think I'm here? You must have tons of prismariums. More than you can handle, right?
Well, we're still working on it.
Uh-huh. You'll have scads of them before long. You're gonna need a place to unload.
Yeah, they are kind of bulky.
Well, who's got you covered? This pixie right here. Enachrome made me a special prism case that lets me keep all your prismariums safe. Just plonk the ones you don't need in and yoink the ones you do need out. All plonking and yoinking must be performed within the confines of 9 Wood Hills or from an alternate location with a suitably strong connection. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions may apply.
Okay.
I'm not sure I caught every single word, but I guess I agree.
Oh yeah, this prismarium belongs to one of my tribe. Treat it with the same boundless love and affection you feel for me.
Okay.
Seraphie's kind of a special the case.
Seraphie is amazing. She is sarcastic, she is on the nose, she is... Yeah. Seraphie is really good. really fun. A fun character. The prism case. Once we get enough of them, we're not going to be able to carry every single Mirage around with us. So the prism case is there to be our bank, essentially. We'll be switching prisms in and out as and when needed. We can also, interact with the Mirage boards from there as well to build up our Mirages. You don't have to come back to Ninewood Hills to see Seraphie every single time. There are other places which you can interact with and open up your prism case. But coming back to Ninewood Hills to check up on Seraphie every now and then is actually a very good thing to do, because she likes to find things. She says she's a hoarder. She's not wrong. She'll find things and give them to you because she doesn't have any need of them. Seraphone is a special device I used to call Seraphie and access the prism case remotely. Seraphie's not too keen on leaving Ninewood Hills. She's usually here. But with the Seraphone, we can do it on the road without having a special place to do it. They are items and they are very, very costly. You buy them from Choco Latte. We won't be using Seraphones, we shouldn't need to. And we get the Sylph Prismarium. It isn't Seraphie herself, but it's one of her tribe, like she said. A tiny wind pixie that makes its home in forests and other places of natural beauty. The Sylphs are good friends of Seraphie. In fact, she sometimes meets up with them to play cards and gossip. So be sure to treat them with the same boundless affection Seraphie expects you to feel for her. Lots of magic defense, lots of agility, not that much in the way of magic, and has a fair amount of strength growth for some reason. That's odd. Very weak against darkness and blizzard and ice, but very strong against wind and light. Good defenses against confusion, and a little bit against with sleep and with forgetfulness, but pretty weak on other elements. abilities, that's what we're going to be able to get from her. But, well, we'll see more about that as we go through. When you do find them, I don't actually remember where you fight the sylphs. Yeah, main habitats, it doesn't say anything, but I think you find them in the Colosseum actually, and we'll get a sylph prism from there, but we've already got one, so we likely won't get another one. Yeah. We are going to be putting the sylph on Whisper Wind, magical wind damage. Although it doesn't get a whole lot of magic, Whisper Wind does restore a little bit of health for you when you use it, so it kind of doubles up as a heal at the moment. So let's go over to our stacks, and we are going to swap it out for the Choker Chick. We don't have a lot of ways of healing at the moment, so yeah. Also, I did say that you want to come back to speak to Seraphy. Well, yeah, this is the reason. I know you've got to.
You here to manage your...
I'm not. I'm actually here about the thing on your head.
Hey, Seraphy. You seem to have something sitting on your head there. What's the deal with that?
Huh? How did that get there?
You didn't even notice?
Oh boy, what a doofus.
Have you checked your head?
How did that get there?
Oh boy, what a doofus.
Both of you are doofuses!
Hey, the word is doofy. Here, I'm giving you this, so let's just move on.
Thank you. But what is this for?
The truth is... I haven't the foggiest. I guess when I go out for a walk, stuff just finds its way onto my head. Well, from now on, whenever you see some thingamabob parked on my noodle, you just go ahead and help yourselves.
So we just got an Aoife. Yeah, we want to talk to Seraphy a few times. She doesn't just have items on top of her head, she sometimes has additional SP points which we can use on our mirages and other things.
A little heads up there. The prism case can only hold so much, so watch your capacity. Because if you let the case overflow then, let's just say nothing at all, because I don't want to scare you.
Sure.
You here to manage?
How much? What is the limit of the case? 150. Luckily, there's not that many mirages that we're going to be capturing. There's a lot, but 150 is more than enough.
Anyway, I think you should be able to manage on your own from here.
You mean you're the leaving us?
Yes, you handle things now.
Oh, okay, I will.
It's cool. I'll lock this place down tighter than a Marlboro's bottle of mouthwash. That's a Seraphy guarantee.
Huh? Sit down.
But where are you going now?
Oh, well, somewhere
What
else,
do you
of course.
mean?
Yeah, that's not exactly very helpful. Look, we really need to ask you so many things.
No, you'll figure it out. I can't do everything for you now.
Everything? But you've barely done anything.
Besides, every world has its own rules. Like water dousing fire, and light banishing darkness.
I think that's just called science.
Well, I designed mine to be so completely unbreakable that even I can't undo them.
Undo what?
The rules.
You're bad at explaining.
You're saying you can't help because that violates the rules of the world or something?
Exactly.
But why is that? I mean, come on. Just who do you think you are?
Me? Oh, well, I'm God.
Hasta la vista.
She's gone.
Dude.
I guess we can't necessarily rule it out, but for somebody calling the cosmic shots, she seems kind of sub-benevolent.
Well, that's Anna Crow for you, so get used to it.
So, she really is God?
Beats me. Anna Crow is Anna Crow, wouldn't you say?
Pretty the much.
Thanks for clearing it up.
In some ways, yes. In other ways, also yes. And in other ways, also no. Yeah, Anna Crow is... Yeah, you just call her Anna Crow. She's that. She has other names, she has other forms. But for this, she's Anna Crow. Speeding up the conversation. If we want to go through cutscenes quicker, we can press the right bumper button and to speed it up. No, because I'm kind of wanting to go through the story as well. But we can also skip it by pressing the start button and using the button to skip the scene altogether. Also no, because we're wanting to go through the story. That's the entire point of this. Enjoy the story, enjoy the game. If you start skipping scenes with abandon, it won't be long before you have zero idea on what's going on with the story. But if it's your second trip through the game, you can probably just remember it. I've gone through this game, I think, 4 or 5 times over the years. And yeah, I do know it, but I enjoy this story, so I'm going to go through it. And if you really need it, there's the adventure log to fall back on. Or if you're really in the mood, you can play the game yourself. Ad break is just about to start in a minute, which perfect time for this break. So yeah, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to stand up, stretch out. Feel free to go and grab a drink if you need one, and stretch out yourself. And I'll be seeing you in about 3 or so minutes. Back soon. Okay. Ad break should be over now. So let's head back to Grimoire, shall we? You might be wondering what this little thing over here is. This is our save crystal. We're going to see a few save crystals over time in the game. In separate places. We use them to save. I mean, yeah. They do restore all your hit points and ability points. So we will be making use of them for that if we need to. But they're also used for something else. Almost all save points allow you access to the prism case as well. So this is the place where you don't need to come back to Ninewood Hills to speak to Seraphy to get access to it. Going to a save point is just as good. There are also other places where you can get to the prism case. Seraphone is one of them. Save points, Seraphy, and one other thing. The gates. So yeah, you have access to not all gates, but most some gates you have access to the prism gate, the prism case. We can select our destinations. There are dungeons, there will be regions that we can go into, there are towns. Well, at the moment we've only got the Wellspring Woods. And you can check to see what mirages you've discovered from our destination selector as well. So for the Wellspring Woods we're just missing a mirage. Let's see if we can go find it on our way through. Changing leaders, we can change leaders whenever we want to, just by pressing the right button. Characters in the lead has no effect on the combat, it's just whoever you want to have in front at the time.
Well, that certainly cost us a chunk of time.
And whose fault is that?
Oh, yeah, I want names.
So at the moment, we're Rain, and now we're Lan. Also, you might notice even though I've taken the Choco Chick off of these stacks, it is still following us because it is still with us. It's still with us in our group here. We are allowed to take, in addition to Rain and Lan, 12 mirages. The rest will have to be in the mirage case. So let's go. Ah, there you are. Speeding up battles. You can press the right button to fast forward and have the time go a bit faster. There is also an auto battle mode which we will be making use of a little bit if we're just attacking and trying to get through battles quickly, but for the most part we will be using the fast forward button. I'm on the max battle speed to get and even with that the speed that you go through the ATB is slow, so speeding up the battle using fast forward it is imperative. You don't have to, but honestly it's usually the best thing to do. If you're in active mode though and you are using fast forward, you do need to be aware that enemies will be getting their turns a bit faster as well. So yeah, be a bit careful with that, but since I'm going to be in wait mode for the majority of this game, almost all of it, I'm not really in too much of a worry of that happening. Auto battle, and the party will repeat the last commands that you gave them. They don't make any additional choices, they just constantly repeat the same move that you just did. If they can't because of lack of AP, they default to attack. If there's 2 or more or enemies, you can target the enemies that you want manually. So, yeah. Yeah, I think this is for the classic. If there was 2 enemies, I could press left or right to select select the target. But since there's only the one, I don't really need to worry about it. I'm just going to attack, and then we're going to leave with this. Use physical attacks to create a prism opportunity. We only attacked once. If you look at the symbol below it, you will notice that it doesn't have the same completion of the symbol as the choco chick that we saw. It's just a partial version. That means it doesn't have the highest guarantee of us getting it. It's got a good chance because it's fairly lit up, but usually you have to do the action multiple times. But we got the move.
No trouble at all.
So, some experience. And for members in the party, they will get the full amount of the experience, which is the experience that you've gained divided by how many party members there are, so in your stacks. So this 20 was divided by 4, so everyone got 5 experience. For the ones that are on the bench, not in the stacks, they get half of that. And those that are in the prism case get 0. So the moo, cute little forest animal, or at least that's what it wants you to think. Then pow, tail punch to the jaw. This mirage has nothing to do with the legendary continent, may or may not squeak moo when upset. Pretty average across the board. In all fairness, it's a little bit stronger than some of the ones we've got, but I won't be using it just yet. We will be picking up things about it later. One of the things that you can kind of see in this is the way they build up. So the moo itself on the left, that's got its own things. In the middle line, there's nothing special, or really but when you get onto onto some of them, you have a look at the skills and you go, wait, I know that because if you played a Final Fantasy before, you might recognize some of the skills that it's showing, and it's going, all right, I recognize those skills, so we're going to get that particular monster from this line. And I can do that on this one by it's saying Ruby Light. Ruby Light is a skill from Carbuncle, so the moo will eventually go into a Carbuncle, which is a very it's a recurring summon from the Final Fantasy series. So So if I say something like, "Oh right, I know what that's going to go into," it's because I see certain skills. I know most of the lines anyway, but I'm going to try and keep it a little bit on secretive. But if I see one that's special like this, that's going into Carbuncle, I might just say it. So, experience is split between all participating party members. Mirages that you accompany in but don't fight in the battle receive a flat 8%. Oh, so it's not even half, it's just a flat 8% of the total experience earned. Right, so experience divided by the amount of party stack members. So 20, so if there's 6, because you've got your stacks full, say 30, you get 5 each. That's still more than what the backups will get because it's a flat 8%. And if you've got a full stack, it's roughly around 16%. So yeah, it's about half of what you would get and what everyone else would get. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like if there's one stack of 3, so that's 33% on each one. Half that you've got 16.5. Half that again you get the 8%. So yeah, matter of math, I guess. But I've got all the monsters on here now. There's only the 2. We don't need to worry about it anymore. At least for now. We're still going to get random encounters.
Now, go for it!
Surprise!
So yeah, let's go over to the basic, and yeah, we can choose which one we want if we wanted to use the skills that's on here. But we are going to be on the classic for a while. Let's show Whisperwind. Oh, they resist wind. But yeah, there's our heal. Simple as that. Yeah, that's the button. So I can check all the stats with the start button. It's weak to fire. So let's Foxfire the second one.
All right.
Oh yeah!
And we'll move on. And yeah, there's that Merc Rift again. Don't go jumping in,
Don't
Lan.
touch it this time.
I know. But could we see all this stuff before?
Now that you've fought that thing the once, you can see all its information. And if you happen to know some Libra magic, you can peep at its data before you even jump in. Very good thing to keep in the mind.
Got it.
Yep, very good thing to keep in the mind, Lon.
Why are you repeating it? And just for my sake?
For very good reason, because you're Lan. We'll be back for that a lot later. The Bridge Overlook.
Chapter 2. Foretold by Prophecy.
Welcome to World of Final Fantasy. The game now begins proper.
Hey, sis, is that a town over there at the end of the bridge?
Yeah, and I don't know why, but something about it takes me back.
Oh.
There will still be tutorials, but for the most part, we are done with them.
So, you think we're supposed to get on?
Absolutely! All the aboard!
Whoa, dude! Oh, hey sis, let's park it here.
Sure.
Hi. They're so tiny.
Whoa, pluck my needles. I don't know how long it's been since we've had new passengers.
Huh?
Right, tickets, please.
Oh, a mirage?
What? It talks?
Oh, I indeedly needly am a mirage. But I'm also the train conductor, so... tickets, please.
The conductor? All right. If Tama can talk, then why not?
But the train tickets that we need...
Right here.
Right the hell?
Wow, semi-lifetime passes, eh? Haven't feasted my eyes on one of these in a swell spell. Right then, pleasant journey.
Where did those tickets come from?
In the Crow made sure I was provided with everything we could ever need. Yep.
Okay then.
So why a semi-lifetime pass? And not a lifetime one?
Very good question. Cornelia. Our first major town.
Wow, this place rules.
Yeah, it's like something right out of a fantasy.
Hey, Tama, why don't you hitch a ride?
Roger the Dodger.
Pardon.
Huh?
If I may ask, would you be kind enough to tell me what country you hail from? Oh, us? We're,
Mirage is from the Bahamutian army! Bahamu? What's a Bahamu?
Well, the Bahamutian Federation has a whole army of mirages in their employ. Huh? Someone's made a whole army out of them?
Sounds just fine by me. Line them up nice and neat for us, so we can round them up.
Hey, wait up!
Lon!
All right, you Bahamus, what's your beef, huh?
You have to make it sound like they're made of beef.
Yeah, Lon, don't you know what's at stake?
Yeah, that's kind of the punny humour we're going to get. Let's attack this goblin. Bahaboo, yeah. Leave with this one.
Got this.
Question mark to create a prism tunity. Requires a goblin prism. Did we get a prism? Well, maybe. I can't really check our items at the moment. Well, there goes one. Kinda should Libra the other one, shouldn't I? Also question marks. Well, if we don't know how, we'll just beat them up.
Gotcha! Imprison!
And it failed. Yeah, that was meant to happen.
Whoa! What just happened? Why wasn't I able to imprison that mirage?
Didn't you see the light that's surrounding it? That means it's the beholden to another keeper.
What? B.O.? They smell?
No! What I mean is, the Mirage already has another the master. So until you give their boss the old heave the ho, you won't be able to claim it for yourself.
So, unfortunately, we can't enslave, imprison the mirages at the moment, because essentially something's stopping us.
Oh, fire whoever wrote that little hook in.
Lon, Ixnay on the fourth wall
Giants. Oh, whoops.
Are they Bahamutian soldiers?
But they drove the mirages off for us.
It's just like the prophecy, word for word.
But which one?
Well, we know how it ends.
Please, may I speak with you?
Huh?
Oh, sure.
The two of you. You've traveled here from another world.
Oh, well, I wouldn't. I mean.
Actually, I think you're pretty much spot on. And we're Mirage Keepers, too.
Mon, don't tell her!
Why not? Face it, we're too awesome to try and hide it. I'm like exuding all over.
Mon, you don't even know what exude means.
There is someone who would like to have a word with you. Could you possibly stop by Castle Cornelia?
So let's find this Casa Cornelius place. Doesn't Casa mean up? It's gotta be higher up.
Well, you've got the direction correct. Even if the rest of that was completely off the base.
That woman must be important if she's inviting us to the castle.
Yeah, we'll get there in just a moment, but Occult Fan Mission 1. One thing about this particular chest is if we were Lilliputian, we couldn't actually reach that. So there will be times when we need to be in giant form to pick up items. Let's go up to the castle. And actually, let's check that thing. Occult Fan Issue 1. To kick off the issue, we'll be tackling the mysterious light bubble sightings in Pyreglow Forest. Occult Fan decided to set foot in the shady glades ourselves to determine whether or not this rumour needed its bubble burst. As we clambered through the dense wood, we noticed our surroundings getting darker and darker. Before long, we were completely, hopelessly lost. And just when it seemed like every path was a dead end and home a distant prospect, we saw them out of nowhere. A number of luminous bubbles drifting through the air like a constellation. The stories were true. We paused for a moment to take in this otherworldly scene, but then my travelling companion Wedge pointed out that something even more remarkable. Chief, is it me? Or are these lights trying to lead us somewhere? Doggone it, he's right. The bubbles seem to be flowing in a single direction. Realising we'd stumbled onto something quite significant, we decided to press further into the forest to confront whatever new mysteries lay ahead. Reported by Biggs. Biggs and Wedge, also a very common duo throughout the Final Fantasy series. For this, they're bringing the reports through our Occult Fan. Also, yes, some of these people do have fish on their heads.
What's up, guys? Nice armor.
Leave them alone, please.
Thank you for coming. Welcome to the Kingdom of Cornelia. I am Princess Sarah.
Wait, you're like a princess?
We had no idea. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry Lon acted like such a royal idiot.
I'm not royal.
Oh, and I'm his older sister, Rain. It's an honor.
Please forgive the ruse. At first I suspected that you might be agents sent here by Bahamut. I was wrong. You stood up bravely against their mirages and kept our town safe. All of Cornelia thanks you.
Oh, I wouldn't say we were that brave. Really.
Stop, you're so modest. Still, the fact of the matter is, we didn't do anything all that outstanding.
Yeah, we're more the in-standing types.
Huh? I'm pretty sure that in-standing isn't in actual the word.
Oh, forgive me. It's just so hard to believe that you two are the stuff of prophecies. Prophecies? Oh, that's right. I think I heard the townsfolk going on about some kind of prophecy too.
Oh, I am sorry. If you will permit me, I will explain it from the beginning. You see, Cornelia is an unfederated state midway up Grimoire.
Unfederated?
Yes. Let me explain that as well. The majority of Grimoire's countries and municipalities have annexed themselves to the Bahamutian Federation under the rule of Brandalis, the Herald King. Cornelia, however, has continued to maintain its sovereignty. The Federation has made attempts to erode this stance countless times, but we have held our ground, and now Bahamut has taken to armed provocation.
You mean like that Mirage attack before?
Yes.
So where does this prophecy factor in?
The Azure prophecy speaks of a divergence. When time begins its march anew, they shall return as visitors. Giants from the hills of a world not our own. Upon Grimoire, they will wreak two divergent futures. One that brings salvation, and the other ruin, an enigma to confound even the highest mind.
The giants may wreak two futures?
Reek, huh? Oh, man! Tama, this prophecy's about you!
What are you even talking about? There's nothing wrong with the way I smell! You big the dummy!
Well, at least I'm dumber than you!
I'm sorry, Your Highness. I'm afraid there's just no hope for them. So, the giants from the hills, as in Ninewood Hills? I guess it's one of those believe what you want to things. But yeah, so far, it does seem to match up. Do you mind if I ask you a slightly awkward question? If this federation is really so terrible, why have so many countries agreed to become members?
Most of the Mirages in Grimoire, not all, but certainly most of them, are now firmly under the Federation's control. With such a powerful army behind them, citizens can go about their lives without fearing the Mirages that still roam free.
Dude, they control that many Mirages? Seriously?
Yes! Dude.
Whoa.
King Brandalis' herald lieutenants, known as Sigwardus and Pelennor, command all of Grimoire's Mirages with the same authority as the famous Queen of the Keepers of ages past.
So there was a Queen of the Keepers? Sounds like she was pretty powerful.
Yes, but that was more than a century ago.
So, sorry for the string of dumb questions, but if the Federation can guarantee that kind of absolute protection, wouldn't it be worthwhile to take them up on their offer?
It may seem wise, but you see, membership in the Federation involves following their laws, and adoption of a heinous creed. It chills me, right to the marrow of my bones.
That bad?
Yes. I beg you, see for yourselves. Once you have done so, well, you will understand.
All right then.
Now then, may I ask what the two of you intend to do next?
Well, whatever's going on out there, the only thing we can do right now is just keep rounding up more Mirages, am I right?
Oh?
Apparently, at one time we commanded a whole legion of them. But somehow, we lost them along with our memories. So, we're hoping by getting the Mirages back, we might stumble on some clues about our past.
That's right. So if Mirages like those goblins are bugging you, we can lay down the smack.
Lay down the what?
I think what he's trying to say is we'll help you out, or at least in the best way we know how.
Oh, wonderful. You have my thanks. Mine and all Cornelia's.
Still, if we're going to be any help, don't you think we need to beef up our arsenal first? 'Cause we can't put up much of a fight without some strong Mirages.
Good point. Princess, do you know of any nearby places where strong Mirages live?
Certainly. If you travel to the northeast of Cornelia, you'll find the Nether Nebula, a network of caverns inhabited by many wild Mirages.
Ooh, nice.
Not at all. Savage Mirages have been sighted in the nebula. You may well end up dead.
That's cool.
If you insist upon going, then please take the utmost caution.
He will, Your Highness. Otherwise, he's gonna be extremely sorry.
Wait a minute, why just me? What did I do?
He knows what he did.
It looks like we'll need to wind our way down to reach the exit.
Seems that way. What a funny way to build a town.
Oh, it's not that this strange to the people of Grimoire. Hey, while we're here, why don't we ask around town and to see what we can find out?
The answer is yes, he is. Old journalist notes. The Wild Rose Rebel. There are reports of a man who leads a personal resistance movement against the surging Bahamutian army. He calls himself the Wild Rose Rebel and is known for his silver hair and a colourful bandana. Unbelievable rumours of him ambushing key Bahamutian figures and destroying Bahamutian ships abound. A scoop like this Wild Rose Rebel is hard for a journalist to ignore. I've decided to head to Saronia, where he is rumoured to be heading. We'll get to Saronia quite a bit later. Hello there.
What am I gonna do? Oh, say, you wouldn't happen to be the giants from the hills by any chance, would you? You see, there's a situation I'm dealing with where I could really use your assistance, since you must know Mirages so well. Could I trouble you to please bring me an Earth Hammer? If you could, I would be forever in your debt.
We need one Earth Hammer. We'll grab one of those eventually. Best helm in the realm.
Thank you again for doing this.
So yeah, we're going to get a fair number of quests. They're going to be very easy to spot because they all have a symbol above their heads.
Huh? What's this thing?
Oh, I was hoping a path might link thee up here.
Hey, Tama!
Wait up!
Huh?
We're back in Ninewood Hills?
You see, the gate here doesn't connect to just the area. All throughout Grimoire, you'll find places. Save the locations that lead back here. Open the way to come and to go as you please.
And how exactly do we do that?
You already saw. Just walk up to the right place, and that's all it takes.
But surely a means of transportation that handy must come with a catch?
No, the catch! You can use the gate as the little or much as you like. What's more, time in here and time in Grimoire, they don't both flow at the same speed. So whatever crisis is going down, you can put it on hold and kick back here till you're ready.
Whoa! It's like magic!
Yeah, really irresponsible magic.
Just imagine revisiting any place we've been. We'll call it the Super Porta Party.
Are you kidding? That name definitely gets an F.
He deserves an H.
An H? But grades only go down to F.
Extra, extra. Read all about it.
What do you the one here, Seraphie?
In case you're wondering, you can use the prism case anywhere you find one of these gates.
Oh, I think I get it now. Gates are what you meant when you talked about a strong connection.
Huh? Oh, right. That's the gist of it.
So yeah, gates we can use gates for connecting up to Seraphie and the Seraphone and the prism case. There is another kind of gate which we will see when in a little while, but not quite yet. The adventure log gives us details about the mini adventures, like the quest that we just picked up.
Okay, to the Nether Nebula.
I am actually going to go back through. So I just wanted to check to see if Seraphi's got any items on her head.
If the one of your mirages has learned the stroll ability, it will follow you around in the field, just as the llamas you included in your lineup. Speaking of the which, I have that ability too, so if you always want your adorable Tama at your side, keep me in your lineup, okay?
She didn't have anything, so let's just continue on. I think she finds something every hour or so, or something like that. Not entirely certain of the time frame, it might be a little bit more random than that. But she does find stuff fairly often.
Chapter 3. Old Acquaintances.
Using the map, we can use the map just to get a bearing on our surroundings. It also lists the destination, the location of any gates and save crystals, and the list of the mirages nearby. It doesn't give much more than just a list of the mirages.
She said the Nether Nebula is somewhere northeast of Cornelia, right?
Time to go hustle and rustle a little mirage muscle.
Just don't hustle so much that you get yourself lost, okay? I might just leave you there.
When's the last time I got...
Don't push it.
Okay.
So if we look on the map at the moment, the start is our destination. There are two places that we can go, but I don't think we can actually go up this way yet.
Wow, the air here is so clean.
Yeah, right?
Yahoo!
You're a Yahoo!
No, Rain, you need to shout for it to work. Yahoo!
Yeah, we can't actually go this way yet, but we will be going that way in, well, I think it's after the Nether Nebula actually. Let's first pick up this chest though, for 3 potions, because potions are nice, and items are expensive to buy.
Be careful. The mirages in here are a lot stronger than any you faced before.
Yeah, let's not mess around in the Never Nebba thinganabob.
Nether Nebula. Do you think you can do something about that habit of forgetting the name of virtually everything?
Usually,
Oh, here's another gate.
there's a gate at the start.
That's the right. Gates they usually turn up in towns or at the start of most mirage-infested areas. You never have to travel far to visit a place you've been. Whenever you want to get from point A to point B, just use the gate as a handy little shortcut.
A shortcut, huh?
So, like, if we wanted to go back to Cornelia right this instant, we could just take this gate back to Ninewood Hills, then we can take the gate from there to Cornelia. You see? All in all, it makes for a pretty short shortcut.
Yeah! If it were hair, you'd have to call it a buzz cut!
Okay.
Yeah. Never been a fan of buzz cuts, personally. But shortcuts are very nice. Libra Mirage Oil. These go on to Rain and Lan. These are the Mirage Oils are how you give Rain and Lan abilities. They don't learn them themselves. They don't have mirage boards because they're not mirages. You get them through different jewels. To start off with, they get 2 spaces. Every 20 levels, they get another one, and if we find these particular items later, they get another 2. We've got Tama that has Libra at the moment, so we're just going to equip this one onto Lan, so they both have Libra available.
Man, I love a good adventure. Come on, sis, let's follow this rabbit hole as far as it goes.
Yeah, fine. Just behave yourself.
Combat. What have we got?
I won't hold back.
Right, let's do this.
New mirages. We've obtained their prisms. We've got the mini golems and the mandragores.
Take this!
Mini golems just need to use physical attacks to create the prism tunity. And the mandragores. Also using physical attacks creates the prism tunity. Let's go with the mini golem. Might notice that practically killed and didn't really do too much in the way of the imprisonment, the prism tunity. It's hardly got any shine to it, so the chance is very, very low still. Got it, but the chance was lower than normal. That little balance thing at the top there, that is the stability. With it, when you see the yellow, you've got a slight imbalance. If it goes red, you've got a very major imbalance, and it can then get hit a few more times, and it will break, and your stack will collapse essentially. Different attacks have different amounts of stagger. Stagger damage, I think you can best call it. So no, we only had one prism because you only get one for each encounter that you see. So I caught that first one, I can't get the second one.
Go!
And there's a fail. But since the prism doesn't disappear, we can try again. And that time we caught it. So if we attack this time on the mini golem, you'll notice that nothing actually happened, and even though we did a physical attack there, it didn't cause a prism tunity because I don't have the prism to capture it with.
We did it!
They both got both, essentially. It doesn't matter who makes the imprisonment attempt. At the end of it, they're captured, and either one of them can use any mirage that we capture. Nope, we've just got the one prism case, but it's just both of them can use whatever's in there. There's no stopping. There's no Lan captures these, so he can only use certain ones that he captures. And Rain does the same. No, they're all combined into one pool, and they can use them from whichever on any stacks. Mirage that looks like someone stapled a set of arms and legs to a head, like charging its enemies while singing "Go Go Golem Body Slam." But seriously, who doesn't? Very strong, very sturdy. This particular one usually has a very high defense. Yeah, high strength, high defense. Magic wise, it's not that great. Strangely, for a rock monster, it doesn't have a whole lot of HP, but it is a small monster, so that kind of translates to that. Usually the larger a monster, the larger the HP pool. And the Mandragora. Mandragoras live all over the world. These little guys may look cute, but don't touch. They're poisonous. While no one's ever sighted one in the process of growing, you can never be too safe. So if you see two floppy leaves sticking up, be smart and don't yank them. Ah, bad breath. Yeah, I know what that one is. We haven't really got any medium-sized monsters yet, though, have we? We've only found small ones. And we definitely haven't found any large monsters yet. More mini golems. We are just going to attack them. And heck, we can we're going to do the same thing with the other one, so we'll just do the auto.
That was a good fight.
Victory!
How are we doing on this? We've got 2 points here. I need 4 for cure. I would like cure. Mini golem, let's just grab your body slam. And that'll do for the moment. Moo. Libra. When you get another level, we'll get Subdue. Sylph, you can only go one way, so let's pick up that Agility Plus. Mandragora, you can have the Stroll. Actually, I think I want to go this way. Because you get some some status effects. You get poison and sleep, which might be useful for picking up mirages later. Yes, you can get items from them. Item drops aren't exactly common, but there will be skills later which will increase the chance of us actually getting items.
This dungeon is way more dungeony than I thought.
Did you know that originally, dungeon referred to the biggest tower in a castle? It's what they called the castle keep.
How long has it been since I've heard Rain go off on one of her educational rants? She must be pretty upset.
Then why is that?
The more upset she gets, the more she tries to cover it up by spouting random trivia.
You know where the word trivia comes from?
Sis, I think we're good.
Okay, got another ad coming up in about a minute, so let's see if we can get to another fight. There we go. What have we got? Anything new?
Are you kidding me? Mirages can stack too?
Yep, you're not the only ones who get way the stronger when you're piled up.
Do their abilities change when they're stacked too then?
Afraid so. Which means somebody needs to stop underestimating the enemy before he finds himself up to his neck in some...
Okay.
At least he knows the warning's meant for him.
So yeah, copper gnome stack. They will stack as well. Thing is, when enemies are stacked, you can't prism tunity them. You have to unstack them before you can capture them, essentially. So if we're wanting to capture the copper gnome, we need to unstack this first. We'll have a go of that after the break. Okay, let's go. The thing is, I'm probably not going to even try and unstack this one. I'm going to wait for a copper known that is unstacked, because I believe there are a couple of formations where this does happen. So we're just going to try and kill this at the moment. Let's lever it at least. Levering the entire stack does give you the details about the stack. So you can see here it's combined. It's got 341, and then its elemental resistances have been combined. But if we go a little bit further into that and press and go left, we can actually see the individual one. It also levers the individuals, so we can see the details of the copper gnome. And we know that when we find it next, we just need to reduce its HP to create a prism tunicity. I really should get some health going, I think. Whisper Wind on the stack. I should survive another hit as long as it doesn't do anything major, but let's potion anyway.
Okay, there.
Good job I did, yeah. Yeah, you might have noticed that I haven't even got the bar, no, that unstaggers them happening, because I don't have any skills that can actually do damage to a stack at the moment, and it's set to the stacking itself. So there's kind of no point me even trying.
Well, that ought to do it.
Once I have some better skills later, I'll be able to do that sort of thing, but right now, not so much. Sleekstone. Considering there's a gimme golem here, I wonder what that's for.
Gimme, gimme!
And you're gone. Usually if there's a gimme golem around, the item for it is nearby. In a chest, being found by a strolling mirage or something like along those lines.
Snake.
Dude, it's on.
Sure, just we'll just go through this. There's not really too worried about some mandragoras.
No trouble at all.
Oh yeah!
That's a level up. Pretty sure that levels actually heal you. No, they don't. Okay, never mind. Do I have enough for... I don't have enough for the heal yet. Well, let's use another potion. Okay, I do want to go back this way. I actually went the correct way. I didn't want to do that.
Come on.
There you
Let's
go.
begin.
So as you can see, the copper gnome did come along unstacked, so we don't need to drop that stack from before. I'll take the critical, sure. Just going to get rid of the mini golems first. And we just lowered this one's attack power. Attack power. No, it's HP. This is a once per battle one. So if you don't capture it while it's got this particular Prism Tunity, you can't capture it in that same battle. Usually, though, doing a once per battle, if you fulfill the requirement to reduce, like for the copper gnome, to reduce the Mirage's HP, it's usually the best chance you're going to get it. So it's going to have the full symbol, like this one does.
Go!
It's not a guaranteed capture, never is, but it's usually the best chance you're going to capture it. There are some enemies that do have counter, yes, but what happened was they just had their turns and were able to just attack in that particular instance. So the copper gnome, composed of almost entirely copper. This metal with the metal takes pride in its tough hide. It is incredibly satisfying to face one of these and shout, "Me a C, you'll never take me alive, copper." If you get that reference, then congratulations, you are old. Thanks, game, for reminding us that we're old. This one's a medium. You might notice it's got a lot more HP growth. It's a little bit more defensive, doesn't have as much strength as the mini golem, but because it's a medium, it does a little bit more. But because we've now got a medium, we can have a full stack. So let's go to our large stack here and equip the copper gnome. So to make use of that, let's make a rain in giant form. Three more potions? Yes, please. And because we've got that because we've got that full stack, they're a little bit stronger. I think they're a little bit slower now because the golem is a fairly slow monster, but it's a little bit stronger. Yeah. As you can see, we killed it outright there.
That was a good fight.
All right!
Alright, let's continue on. Ah, yeah, puzzles.
What's this for?
It's a strange switch that responds to mirages. The mirages you imprisoned inside these caves should be able to help you out.
She... essentially what she's using isn't even a weapon either. It's a... they're kind of mediums in terms of they use the mirages more. The weapon, it's a dagger, I guess you could call it, but it's not a very... it's not a weapon as such, it's more her way of controlling mirages more. And it's mostly a construct that's created by her gauntlet, which is also part of what they use to control things. Essentially, yes, it's a focus. It focuses her power. Lan doesn't need that because of there are reasons why he doesn't use something like that. Because although they're twins, their powers are slightly different. Puzzle switches. We need to use our mirages on these puzzle switches. We need to make sure use the mirages to match up the weight and the elemental resistance. If we get it correct, we'll be able to activate the switch. We need a weight of 5 or greater and earth resistance of 50 or greater for this particular switch, which we can actually get immediately straight from the copper gnome, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Because it's got exactly 5 weight and 50 resistance. Usually the way to activate these switches is in the area that you are in.
A new path. Check out that switchcraft.
Yep. Now we know which way to the go.
Whichever one of you thinks you're being clever is about to get a knuckle sand switch.
Ugh. Did I just get owned?
I'm the raising the white flag here too.
Okay, and we've got another one here. This one's slightly different. It needs a little bit of a higher earth resistance. So we are going to use the copper gnome, and well, we can just use... we could use the mandragora, or we could use the mini golem, or the moo, or the choco chick. But if you will need to stack these to get what you need usually. you can use one of each type, so large, medium or small, and we will be activating pretty much all of these puzzles. Some of them multiple times. Earth Hammer. We need that for the best helm in the realm. And a Phoenix Down, which will be very helpful.
Here we go!
Yeah, we got this.
Ah, new Mirage. The Floating Eye. We need to figure out what that one does. But first let's get rid of some of these small ones. So let's get rid of the Mandragora because that one can actually poison. And then the mini golem. Oh, you like to confuse, don't you?
Come on!
Thank you for poisoning. Fox firing, I guess. And that's it. And yeah, I kind of already knew, but the Floating Eye, you just need to leave it alone. You just need to have it alone at the end of the, not at the end of the battle, but it just needs to be the sole monster there for its Prism Trinity. So let's Libra just confirm that. Once per battle, leave this Mirage standing to create the Prism Trinity. So let's imprison it.
Yeah.
And now we've got a Floating Eye. That's our second medium. So we can have 2 full stacks. Winged eyeball that slings magic. Pro tip for keeping yourself awake at night: try to visualize its heart and brain gas splurging around in there. Okay. Very good magic growth, this one. Tends to be a little bit weaker on the stability, I believe, because it's a flying monster, but that's why you have to be a little bit, you have to play around with these sometimes. Ah, average. That's weak. Huh. Anyways. Let's put Lana's the giant forms just so we can make use of the 2 large stacks. Tama, we need you with Cure. Mini Golem, just go with Strength. Moo, Subdue. Floating Eye, Hypnosis for sleep isn't too bad actually. And you get Dark later. Do you have any skills at the moment? I don't think you do. No. You still need 1 more for Subdue. You still need 1 more. You still need 2 more for Cure. Copper Gnome, Throw Stone. Yep, we'll get double smash when we get there.
Hey, Tama. Weird question. How come all this really useful, well-presented information keeps popping into our heads?
Oh, that? I guess Anna Crow's trying to give you some tips.
Dude, really? And here I thought I was some kind of super genius coming up with all the answers on my own.
No.
I hate to break it to you, but you will never be that person.
I know. It's so sad.
Whoa, hey now, come on. You don't have to look that broken-hearted when you say it.
Alright, let's continue on. I think we're almost at the end, actually. Yeah, we are very much almost at the end. Yeah, we need a smasher for that. We don't have smash, and probably a good idea because we don't want to go past there anyway. There is a way over that way, and there are 3 more mirages, but enemies that go past this particular exit here, where the where the center of the cross is, essentially, are much stronger, and we will not be able to survive. We'll be coming back for this much later. Oh, hello there.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, that's not the good. This is called a threshold. Mirages create them to mark their territory. When you see a threshold, you better watch out because the mirages inside are extremely powerful. And the worst part, if you cross it and lose a fight the inside, I can't use my powers to rewind time and extricate you.
No extrication? Guess we'd better be extra careful then.
Anyway, it sounds like if we're going in, we better go in fully prepared.
That's for sure. And don't forget to save your progress too.
Thank you for pointing out that we can save our game. Yeah, thresholds usually indicate boss fights. Usually. Not all the time, but usually. And they are the places where if we lose the battle, it is an actual game over. So if you see one, find the nearest save point. And mirages inside the threshold, their own threshold, can't be imprisoned, so don't think about trying to they're there as boss creatures, essentially. But if we cause the threshold to shatter eventually, next time we encounter that particular mirage, we can imprison it, maybe. Alright, let's make a quick check of my stacks. How are we doing? Okay, you're neutral, which is good. You're very weak against that, against what I'm wanting. Okay, it's the Sylph that's mostly doing that. What I'm looking for is the Blizzard resistance. So let's go with the Mandragora. I would like the heal from the Sylph for Whisperwind, but honestly, it's better I have the resistance in this particular fight.
What the honk?
Be careful!
Oh, I expected some foolhardy adventurer with a terminal case of curiosity.
Ramu.
What's this?
Ifrit.
Well, look who's back.
And Shiva.
Ah, the half-pints. Hail and well met.
Hail and Wellmet? That's not our names!
I think he just means hello. Oh, and for the record, he happens to be a half-wit and a half-pint.
You haven't changed a bit.
Huh? What's so funny?
Oh, you're having a lawn moment. Guess I'll just add this one to the pile.
Wait, what pile? There's a pile?
Apparently, we've met the three of you before, although we don't remember it.
You do not remember us?
Really? No wonder they haven't summoned us.
Then our course of action is clear. We must ensure the pecking order is pecking in the right order. If you seek to command the three of us again, then demonstrate your strength now or else be destroyed!
Hold now. Why must you two always let the blood rush to your head?
What do you mean?
Would you just look at them? These are not the Mirage Keepers we knew.
Hi.
You're right. They do look rather... How do I put it?
Put what?
Mon does set the bar low.
Like Limbo the Barlow.
Huh? Ah, I see.
See what?
Very well. What say we pit them against just one of us, to keep things nice and fair?
Agreed then. Go on. Choose from among us and choose wisely.
Choose for what?
Time certainly has not made you any more clever.
What we're trying to say is, the two of you are no match for all three of us at once. Which means...
Right, I get it. Thanks. Now, let's see.
Huh? Wait, get what?
Luckily, we don't need to fight them all, because otherwise, yeah, that threshold would give us game over. We can choose one of them. Ifrit, Ramu. Ifrit, Fire, Ramu, Lightning, Shiva, Ice. I'm going to go stick with my standard. We're going Shiva.
Care to play? I'll send chills up your spine and right through your heart with my diamond dust.
She looks so ready to knock us cold.
Knock us cold for what? Help me out here.
I hope this doesn't traumatize you.
So Shiva, ice-based. That's why I didn't want any major weakness to ice, because she likes to do it in spades. I didn't know I had Hex Eye. Where did I... Is that from the Floating Eye Mandragora combo? That's interesting. Libra.
Take this!
Obviously, we want to know what she does. We've got to go through 2,828 health. And, yeah, she's weak against fire. And darkness. She absorbs ice. And she's resistant to wind. So, very good idea that I didn't bring in... the Sylph. And... probably should have had something different other than the Mandragora, but I should be fine without it. What else do we have? Oh, don't bother with resistant ailments either. Okay, I kind of expected that. But if she's weak against fire, let's bring out the Foxfire.
I've got this.
That's wind damage, so she's resistant to that. That's neutral, but it is fairly expensive. Going Earth here isn't a bad idea. Let's at least see Hexeye. I've never seen Hexeye before, so yeah, let's do it. Wow, 39. Yeah, let's not do Hexeye from this point onwards.
That all you got? Watch this!
Honestly, Lan, physically attacking might be the better choice.
I've got this.
Well, if we get criticals, yes, it would be.
You'll make a wonderful addition to my mantle. Diamond dust!
Yeah, let's not have too many of those hit me. Let's finish the fight a little bit quicker than this. Halfway down though. Let's potion you that stack. I think the way that she's doing is she's hitting one, then the other, and then diamond dusting. That's kind of the pattern I remember.
I've got this.
Up there.
Oh, and she has Blizzard as well. I did say she does have ice attacks, didn't I? Yeah, just attack.
No way.
Don't have quite enough for Foxfire. So just normal attack. How much health we got? 200. 2 more hits. Alright. Thank you for being lenient with us. I was fully expecting another diamond dust there.
That was a good fight.
Oh yeah!
Let's put it very, very simply though. She held back.
Enough. I have seen my fill for one day.
That was fun, for what it was.
A shame the two of you have so much growing up to do.
Quiet, you! I'm a Hulk waiting to happen.
So long, we shall meet again.
Well, our paths may cross before you know it.
Bye-bye for now.
Huh? What's this?
A prismarium, duh.
I know it's a prismarium, dummy.
You didn't manage to imprison those tough mirages, but it looks still like they gave you this prismarium from the same tribe as a consolation prize.
I see. I guess we made the grade then.
Babblies. This is a baby Shiva, essentially. Adorable ice pixie with a knack for ice magic and a fondness for colder climes. Has no button nose, and those eyes of hers are definitely not made of coal. Not really that much in the way of strength. It's a magical monster, but defenses are fairly decent and has a okay HP growth. Very weak against fire, very strong against ice. Should not really be a surprise considering what it is. If we look at the particular abilities, Diamond Dust. Yeah, this will grow up into a Shiva given time. Not the Shiva that we just fought, but a Shiva of its own merit. Transfiguration, or transfigging, however you want to call it. It's an act of changing into a more powerful mirage or changing back again. You don't need to build it up and it stays like that. You can have a choice of switching them out as you want. So if you do transfigure it up, say in this example with the pictures, a Choco Chick into a Chocobo, it doesn't need to stay a Chocobo. You can put it back to a Choco Chick depending on how you want your stacks. Mirage gets to keep all of the spaces it has unlocked in all of its Mirage boards. So, for example, Choco Chick you transfigure into a Chocobo will potentially be more powerful than a Chocobo that you imprison in the wild. Mirage can transfigure into any form and size you've unlocked, but there's one catch: you can only do this from the prism case. You can't do it just on the fly from when you're out and about exploring. Unique abilities. Some Mirages do have unique abilities, not shared between transfiguring forms. Perfect example would be Tama's secret weapon, the Super Fox Dimensional Tama Beam, which doesn't actually exist. How is that a secret weapon then? But if it did exist, what would it be like? Let's look into giving Tama a tail laser instead. Okay.
The mirages of the nebula have been set free. And once again, time resumes its march.
Well, we better make our way back to Cornelia before the Bahamutians get any funny ideas.
We gotta go all the way back.
You can head to Ninewood Hills right then now if you want to.
Huh?
Now that the boss has been bested, I can make you an exit gate right here and now. Ta-da-da! It'll take you back to Ninewood Hills, and from there, Cornelia's easy.
Thanks to the buzz cut. I remember.
You don't get shortcuts much the shorter than a buzz cut. Wait! Unless you buzz the buzz cut, and then the what have you got?
I think at that point, you call it a bolt cut.
So yeah, exit gates. They're just like normal gates, except their one purpose is to go to Ninewood Hills. They do nothing else. Usually they're found at the end of dungeons. You get a normal gate at the start of the dungeon, you get an exit gate at the end of the dungeon. Mirage boards, Babblers, you are going into my stack actually. Do I want you to go on Tama? You to have Tama, or do I want, or am I keeping Tama off for a bit? Actually, I think I'm going to stick with the stack I've got there. I think that's decent for now. Let's head back over to Seraphy.
Look at the stone! It's so pretty!
Oh, those are the called Mirajules. They're specialty items made by isolating a Mirage's abilities. If either the one of you equips them, you'll be able to wield whatever the abilities they hold. The right Mirajules with the right the stack can make for a powerful combination.
So yeah, we will be using those. And good, you do have an item on your head.
Here, help yourselves.
We'll take the ether. Do I want to drop anything off?
Manage your prismariums?
I don't think so at the moment. Since I've still got spaces available, I think I can just go with what I've got. Actually, no, I am going to drop off the mini golem. I'm not going to be using the mini golem as much, so yeah. Do I need anything from Chocolate for the next area? I am actually going to need a fire attack, aren't I? Thinking about it. So yeah, Tama is going to come in. At least for the time being. Right, off to Cornelia.
Chapter 4. A Legendary Warrior.
Okay then, let's check in with Princess Sarah.
It's the Bahamutian army!
What? They're here already?
perfect timing. We were actually just on our way to see you.
If they've established a camp near our gates, then clearly they must intend to finish us once and for all.
So what now?
Seems to me, we're going to have to nip this little problem in the bud.
What do you propose we do?
We should take the fight to them.
Well said, but as things stand, Cornelia simply does not have the manpower.
If you can just buy us some time, we'll do the rest.
Huh?
Me and Rain will sneak up on their boss and take him out.
What? Is it really that simple?
Well, he may not exactly look it, but Lon's pretty good in a fight. Thing is, he used to get picked on for being such a pipsqueak.
Please, as if you were ever any taller than me.
Oh, well, I might have made up the pipsqueak part, but he definitely did get picked on. I think that maybe the other kids were a little creeped out by our arms. Still, we were always kind of proud that we look like this, because it meant we were just like our mom, right?
I guess.
So, let's talk more about Lon getting picked on. Boy, did they make him cry. But after I whipped him into shape, he never lost a fight again.
Wonderful.
But that's not 'cause he turned into some kind of bully-destroying machine. He just literally never picked a fight he couldn't win. Really, his threat assessment skills were uncanny. He always knew the odds. Call it natural cowardice.
Hey, watch it.
So, Lon, how about it? Do you think we can beat those guys?
Piece of cake? Well, not a piece of cake. More like a very large sliver of cake.
Well, there you have it. So, are you willing to trust us?
Very well, then. We must act. It is only a matter of time before the Federation completely overruns Cornelia. We will fight and place our faith in the Mirage Keepers.
What a weird thing to remember. I know someone bullied Lon, but why can't I remember who?
So, time to go fight a whole army, because apparently we can. Also, the person that does the quest thing, we can't actually talk to them yet because they're under attack. Might be a little bit hard.
Hello there. Are you the keepers from the prophecy? I'm captain of the Cornelian Army 1st Brigade. Princess Sarah has appointed us as vanguard. We have been informed of the particulars. We'll time our feint to when the two of you storm the field. You can set out just as soon as you're ready.
Let's go and quickly just check out what we're up against, but I think that is going to be the end for this very shortly.
Where's the goblin camp?
Up on that hill. Come on!
The watch planes. Couldn't go up here before. That's because the camp needed to be built.
Cornelia's soldiers are fighting as hard as they can.
Let's hurry up and circle around and knock the goblin's boss senseless.
Okay.
Wish and boosh.
Oh yeah.
According to the Vanguard's reports, many of the enemy forces are capable of inflicting blindness. It impairs your eyesight and causes your weapon attacks to miss more frequently, although thankfully magical attacks remain unaffected. Oh, why don't you take these eye drops? They'll clear up your vision in no time flat.
Those would be very helpful. Thank you very much.
Good luck out there. We're counting on you.
So, next time, I do believe we're going to be heading up into the camps, as well as getting into these fights.
Yeah, we got this.
I guess we're doing this.
Mandragora is making an appearance again. But there will be new enemies that will turn up as well.
We did it!
All right!
Most importantly, I am going to need levels. As we go through this, we are going to need levels quite badly. Because the boss of this is a bit of an upgrade over what we've been facing so far.
Good luck. Good luck.
Let's get one more fight. I don't expect it to be anything more than another set of Mandragoras.
What are those chain things?
Whoever the mirages are beholden to must be close.
Ah, yeah.
What?
The
B.O.?
Stop it.
goblins. We can't actually do anything with them. They're unimprisonable because they're with the Bahamutian army. Once we can break that, we can capture them. But for right now, not a chance.
Victory!
Alright. So let's save. And that's our first run into World of Final Fantasy. A lot less serious of a game named than Final Fantasy 13, which I played before all this on the stream, but yeah, well, it's a story. It's a story that we will be watching. It's a story that we'll be interacting with. It's a game we're playing. It's a game I'm going to enjoy. I always have enjoyed this game. Let's do it again. Next stream, I believe, will be likely on Wednesday because my days are sort of busy up until then. But if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. And I hope you're going to enjoy this particular playthrough. I am. It'll be nice if you come along for the ride. Until then, have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun. Goodbye.